Hello everybody, it's Kim again. I hope you guys are doing well. I'm doing good myself. This is my week 10 update after gastric bypass surgery. And when I started this journey, I was 328 pounds. The day of surgery, I was 300 pounds. And today at week 10, I am 260 pounds. So that's a pretty good significant amount of weight that I've lost. For the week, I've lost, I think, 4 pounds, so I'm pretty pleased about that as well. There has been some differences in my diet this week. I'm trying to eat more often. I have trouble getting more than 3 meals in a day, and I know that it'll help my metabolism if I try to eat my 5 small meals, and so that's what I tried to do, and I don't know if that made a difference. I've started eating more than just protein at my snack time. I found that I tolerate the little packages of like the peanut butter crackers. That seems to sit well with me, and even though it's carbs, and I notice when I do eat those carbs that I'm hungrier at my next meal. So I know that carbs do kind of sabotage your eating program. I'm not really even sure if I need to worry about that at this point. I mean, after all, that's why I had the surgery. But I know that, protein's very important, but I have to eat more than just protein, I think, to have an overall healthy body. So I do add fruit to my smoothie shake in the morning, and that gives me carbs. But I'm really enjoying those little snack crackers, just because I haven't had any of that since my surgery, and so it just makes me feel like I'm indulging a little bit. I've been really good about not eating any sugar. Occasionally there's sugar mixed into the food that I eat, like ketchup, for instance. Of course, I don't eat a lot of ketchup, but this weekend was kind of my fast food weekend. I haven't eaten out at a fast food restaurant since my surgery, and I didn't eat out this time either, but my husband brought it home. I had a bean burrito from Taco Bell. I ate about half of it, and it did really well. It tasted really good too. And he had Panda Express, so I had just a little bit of noodles and a few pieces, maybe 5 or 6 pieces of orange chicken, just small pieces. And I did well with that. Previously I had some issues with chicken, just canned chicken made like chicken salad, but this did really well, and I know that there's sugar in the orange glaze, and it didn't bother me. And then on Sunday, yesterday, when he came home from church, he brought Ona Hawaiian home, and I was working at the church that I was attending, and when I got home, he had saved just a little bit for me, and I had some of that. And I know it was teriyaki beef. I chewed it really well, and I didn't have any problems with it. So maybe I don't have a problem with sugar, but I really don't want to experiment and find out. Number one, I don't want to dump. And number two, I don't want to eat the same foods that got me fat in the first place. So, maybe I can have a cookie, or maybe I can have cake, or cheesecake, or ice cream. But none of that stuff ever did anything good for me, so I'm trying to really comply with what the doctor tells me. But it was really nice to just indulge a little bit. And one thing I forgot to tell you, at my last update, or maybe the update before, my husband and I had gone to Knott's Berry Farm, and for that evening we had gone to a restaurant and eaten. And I only could have just a little bit of a side dish of some macaroni and some mashed potatoes, because I really didn't think I was ready for anything, much more substantial than that. But what I forgot to share with you guys is that was the first time I'd been in a restaurant since my surgery. And so when I sat down at the booth, I was surprised that I actually had about 6 inches between me and the table. And usually, I'm right up against the table. So I was really excited. When they placed me in the booth, I just knew, okay, suck it up and slide in. Not necessary. So that was like just a real blessing and real encouragement to revisit one of those spots that I could kind of gauge how I felt last time and how I feel today. and you know, it was a milestone for me, so that was really great. So that's about all that's been going on. I've been feeling pretty well. Still having a little trouble getting all my fluids in, but I've never been much of a fluid drinker, so I don't think my body is like suffering any. But I know that fluids are important to keep my kidneys healthy, since I'm processing so much of this protein through my urine. So I am going to continue to try to drink more fluids, and especially, you know, I need to get in the habit of it, because when summer comes and I start sweating and being more active, you know, I don't want to have any issues with dehydration, and I know that that could be an issue with people with gastric bypass surgery. So I'm going to work on that definitely. But that's about all that's been going on. Like I said, I feel great. I went to the store, and I was going to buy some pants, and I grabbed 24s, and my husband said, "Are you sure you're not at 22s? Your pants at home are 22." And I said, "Yeah, well, that's a different style." And I held them up, and I'm like, "Nah, these are just too small." And he says, "Well, before you buy them, go try them on." And sure enough, I tried on the 24s, and they were way too big. I put on the 22s, and they fit fine, you know. And here, you know, I was at a 30-32. So to me, this is like a huge step in the right direction. And it was exciting. And you know, it's funny because I have an inward perception of who I am as a person. So whenever I saw pictures of myself fat, I always thought I looked fatter than I felt. And so now I'm seeing pictures of myself, and I'm thinking, oh, I am thinner than the way I feel. So you know, that fat person mentality or something, that's definitely something that's there. And so when I was, you know, trying on these clothes, I just couldn't perceive myself fitting into those clothes. Yet I am. So I guess, you know, I'm just getting to know who I am, and you know, I know that I'm the person that I am on the inside, but I'm also the person that people see, and the way people perceive me. And so I still, you know, perceive myself as that person, and definitely I'm becoming a new person. And so it's all a time of discovery, and establishing a new relationship with who I really am. So anyways, that's about all that happened this week. I'm going to check in again next week. So keep up the good work. God bless, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.